Hello everyone and welcome to Chaka Productions. Today we're going to be doing something different. Today we're going to create a new chapter, a new folder, a new series of videos, depending on how this one turns out. It's going to be Sammy's Guide to something. And I'm going to be introducing to you my good friend Sammy. What are we going to do today, Sammy?
Well, today I kind of had in mind, maybe as a first video, we can how to create a Sonic character, because I am a big Sonic fan.
That's right. Today we're going to open up the good files and we're going to draw a Sonic character based on her pointers, her qualifications, her instructions. That's what we're going to be doing today. And we're going to pop open that file so that we can draw that.
Right, but before we even jump right into skeletons and how to really draw a Sonic character, we need to make sure we have our character down before we can start doing anything. Because if we start drawing, it's basically just gonna end up all crazy all over the place. So what I usually like to do to help myself is to actually create a story before even drawing this character. Sometimes I can do the opposite, but we're not gonna get into that right now. So when creating a Sonic character, you kind of have to make sure you have how they grew up. Are they villainous? Are they a hero? You just have to ask yourself tons and tons of questions. I am not going to be really asking every single question because this will be an hour-long video, and I don't want to edit that. But yeah, usually you just have to ask yourself questions. For instance, are they orphaned? Do they have family? Do they grow up in bad family? A good family? There's tons and tons of things. Do they have superpowers? Do they even meet superheroes? Do they come from a badlands, something like Gotham, or do they grow up in a Peter Parker type story? Maybe have a structure, a web, who they are, what they do, how they act, around others, or how they act at home. Yeah, are they kind? Are they antisocial? Are they a busybody, or are they lazy or such? But yeah, that's genuinely how you create lore and how you're describing a person to you when you're making a Sonic character. But when actually building the character, you have to ask the appearance of them. You wanna look at them and you wanna be able to describe them. What type of clothes do they wear? What are their colors? What is their style? Are they really grungy? Or are they really happy? Light colors or dark colors to show that their personality. Yeah, as a rule, you must have them match their personality. They must have for instance, if they're very grunge or they're very edge, they have to usually wear dark colors. If they're very happy, if they're very up and at 'em, they usually wear lighter colors. When drawing the character, their pose is initially how you would describe them without knowing them. So for instance, Sonic, he's very energetic. He's always not standing around. He's not lazy at all. He's usually out and forward, so you can't really touch him kinda. He's always out there. Tails is kinda since he's younger than Sonic, he's very innocent. So he won't really it looks like he's a little brother to you. That's literally what he is. With Knuckles, he's usually I'm gonna fight you if you fight me. I always have my fists ready for a fight. Yeah, personality really goes with poses and such. But yeah, when drawing a Sonic character, their anatomy, it really just goes with what their boy or girl. Anatomy is different. Not gonna get into that right now. But yeah, that's how I would portray this. It's more of the simpler way to go. If you want a more exact or professional way to do this, I suggest you go look up some other YouTube videos. But this is for how to do it simply. I'm breaking it down into tiny steps. But yeah, this is how it would initially done. That's how I like to do it. It's really simple. But I think that's pretty much it. Nothing too crazy. Yeah.
So we have all the characters' features and personality traits hashed out, but how would we actually begin to draw them? Walk us through the process. How are they gonna look? Are we gonna draw skeletons? Are we gonna draw shapes? And what are the general guidelines to make them really look like they belong in the Sonic universe?
Ooh, very, very tough question. Okay, so Sonic characters, are entirely different from drawing an anime character. For one, as a rule for Sonic characters, they don't have necks. It sounds ridiculous, but it's true. So, when drawing a male Sonic character, the men always have a bean-shaped body. It's more, depending on which animal, it varies from like very thick on the shoulders to very like slim on the shoulders. It depends on what animal kind of, but for instance, you must have a broader shoulder than the girls, and it's tinier on like the hips. For girls, it's quite the opposite. You want smaller shoulders to wider hips. But for Sonic characters, their arms are very long compared to humans. Their hands should end where their knees would be, which is kind of breaking the law of proportion themselves. But since Sonic is kind of like a cartoon character, you want bigger hands, bigger feet, and a bigger head. Just don't make them look like an airhead, otherwise things could go very wrong. But yeah, I think that's how I would draw a Sonic character.
That's great. And we're going to be getting into a little bit of how it works. We're going to be drawing an example for you, obviously. What is the example that we're going to be doing today?
So I had originally thought this out. Since it's summer over here, it's getting super hot, so I want a cool Sonic character.
What do you mean by cool Sonic character, Sammy?
I mean, like, she's gonna have, like, back to our lore building, back to our examples. We want our characters to have, like, powers. I really like characters with powers. Also, in the Sonic universe, they can not have powers, but it's not really a Sonic character without powers. You have to have powers. So I will be drawing a Puffin, because Puffins live in the snow. We're not doing Happy Feet. You're not fans of Happy Feet. But looking up pictures about Puffins, they don't really have a lot of hair. So I think it'll be a fun challenge.
Yeah, they're more feathery, and I'm sure that the Sonic team and all of the comics have figured out a good way to display characteristics with feathers. We're just going to be going off of ear, and I'm also going to be doing my own challenge, which would be drawing according to her instructions, which we're going to get into later.
When it comes to how the characters look, it's really just up to you. You should, again, match the character's personality.
Yeah, what I learned is that first you have to pick an animal that goes with the personality, it seems. So if you know exactly how they're going to be, then you would probably be better off picking an animal that works with them. And then playing with the proportion. Obviously the Sonic team has a nice guide. It seems that it doesn't matter the type of animal. If they're going to be a big character, they're going to have a larger frame. But that is all for today's episode of Sammy's Guide to. Hopefully you all enjoy. If you do, like and subscribe, and we'll see you all in the next one. Say goodbye, Sammy.
I'll see you in the next adventure.
Infinite's a loser.